All right, guys, I am here. Doc just took you through signs and symptoms. Now I'm going to have a chat with a woman who's been through it all and then some, cancer survivor and author of her new book, Through the Valley, the book chronicling her journey with breast cancer. Michelle Ashwood Stewart is here with us. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
What a ride you have been through. You put it on the pages of the book. Which you start with Psalm 23.
Yes.
Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you fear no evil. This has largely been for you a journey of faith.
Yes, it has.
A journey of hope.
Definitely.
And you're on the other side.
And now on the other side.
5 years?
No, 10.
10 years in
10
remission.
years, 10
okay.
years.
We never was talking to Doc about predisposition and family genetics.
Mm-hmm.
So your dad's side had breast cancer running in the family, had cancer generally.
Cancer in general. So my father died of colon cancer that had metastasized to the lungs. So I knew about that. I knew about him. But our family was estranged and I wasn't in touch with his family. So years after my journey had started, I later found out that my uncle, no, not my aunt, my uncle had breast cancer as well. I just didn't know.
So here you are at this health fair.
Yes.
You're not yet 40.
Not
but
yet
you
40.
feel something saying to you, go and do a mammogram.
A very strong urge, one that I actually just could not ignore. Because I had no intention of doing a mammogram. I mean, there was no reason to do one. I was really just there supporting the church and more so to take my son through the back to school medical. Yes.
Yeah, so you did the mammogram?
Did the mammogram, forgot about it because I hadn't felt a lump, nothing, just nothing. And then the results from the mammogram came and said they found a mass in the upper right quadrant of the right breast and that I needed to go and do an ultrasound. Well, can I tell you, I was horrified.
And you were mad at God.
Yes, yeah. I was mad at him.
Because up until that time, you had been a practicing Christian.
Precisely.
And as far as you were concerned, God took care of his children.
He took care of his children, but more than that, I had prayed specifically, having heard about the lump.
Wow.
I had prayed specifically, asking, you know, please, Lord, do what you need to do. I don't need this right now, kind of thing. And I don't know, it's hard to explain how I felt when the radiologist said yes, he found a lump and he was trying to figure, you know, the best way to get around it. I had a strong conversation with God, I can tell you.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, this is not how it's supposed to work. No, I mean, the Bible is very clear. Pray, believing, you receive. Yeah? I did exactly what I was supposed to do. So as far as I'm concerned, he needed to do what he was supposed to do. And it might sound presumptuous, but I just felt like if you weren't going to honor your side of the bargain, Lord, you need to talk to me. You need to talk to me.
But you found the mass.
Yes.
Went in to take care of it.
Yes.
You found two more.
Two more lumps in the same right breast. So they eventually took out 3 lumps, of which 2 were malignant. And that just sent me into a tailspin because I'm thinking, wow, we only have been focusing on one breast. We've done 2 mammograms and several ultrasounds on that breast, and none of them showed any but the original lump. Granted, the other 2 were smaller, I get that, but they missed it. So I'm thinking, okay, 3 lumps. What are the odds then that the other breast is A-okay?
Yeah.
Since having done the first mammogram on both, we kind of ignored the left one.
Correct.
You know?
And ultimately you were to find lumps in the left one as well.
After
removing.
minuscule.
Because you decided to remove.
Yes, I
both.
decided to remove both.
Yeah.
I knew that there was no way I could go through that a second time. Not if I had any options.
Luckily for you though, and you know, there's not really a way to say I guess there is half empty, half full, but
Yes.
you discovered at stage 1.
At stage
So
1.
you were at a severe advantage.
Definite advantage.
Yeah.
And as a result, I didn't have to do chemo, thank God. I was put on a 5-year tamoxifen regime, which was a breeze in comparison to what chemo and radiation puts you through. But you know something? Cancer leaves a calling card that you're never fully free of it, you know? So there's that you had to deal with, and all of the other psychological and social and spiritual issues that arose as a result of the diagnosis, the treatment, the journey, even up to now.
So where are you now?
Right now, exulting. I am in a good place, really. I'm very thankful that I heeded that voice that said to me, go check, go do the mammogram, because early detection really is key. It does save lives.
Writing this book, having to relive what happened to you, was that cathartic?
Yes,
it painful?
It was.
Was it a bit of both?
A bit of both, a bit of just about everything, because I tend to try to keep positive, to think about the ups rather than the downs. So throughout my journey, I try to find ways to laugh about things. So for instance, I tell people that I'm surgically endowed, you know, and that I had a brand new second hand, you know, yeah, and just kind of take it on the chin. And
how is that? How has it affected your life as a woman and as a wife?
Actually, not much effect, because I did the reconstruction and got a little tummy tuck in the process. So they actually use my abs to fill out the breasts.
Interesting.
So yeah, it really hasn't affected me that much. And I have an extremely supportive husband who, when I said to him, you know, I need to remove both of them, I am so not going through this again, he says, hey, I didn't marry your breasts, I married you. I was like, whoa.
We're going to wrap it up. You're launching on the 28th of
on
February.
On the 28th of
Where?
February at the UWI Mona Undercroft, 6 p.m.
And the book will be available for sale?
And the book is available in the UE bookshop and at Kingston Bookshop at the moment.
You dedicate it to Niall?
To my son,
Your
Niall.
beloved son?
My beloved son.
That's a part of the journey that you're still going through?
I am still going through that part.
Yeah.
Yes.
You lost Niall to cancer?
Yes.
In September?
In September.
How do you stay exulting with everything? If there are people watching now who cannot understand how you can go through what you've been through and still smile, laugh even, how do you do that? And how can they do that?
It still is largely to do with our faith. Niall was a strong Christian and he inspired me. Perhaps because of my journey, he wasn't as fearful going in. Neither was I. You know, you thought, hey, we've done this before, we can do this. It didn't work out the same way, but right up to the end, he was positive, he was strong. He says, Mom, I'm okay. What can I tell you? It doesn't make it easy, but it makes it easier.
Okay. So thank you for sharing. Sometimes you need to hear a story like this because there are people who are watching who are not as strong. And sometimes you think you go through the valley and you can't get out. Yes. But obviously there are ways.
There are ways.
There are ways.
There are ways.
So guys, if you are, you know, one of those folks, or you just want to be inspired, Michelle Ashwood Stewart is her name. Her book is called Through the Valley. She's launching on February 28 at 6 o'clock at the UWI. Where actually? At the Undercroft.
The Undercroft.
Or you can just buy the book in the bookstores and read. Is there a way that anybody can reach out to you if they need, you know?
I work at the UWI Mona campus as well, so yeah.
Okay, Michelle, what a blessing to have met you this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
And all the best to you and to your family as you continue to inspire. Cancer survivor and author of Through the Valley, The book chronicling her journey with breast cancer, Michelle Ashwood Stewart. On the other side, we switch to some business. Fitch Ratings upgrades Jamaica to B+. But what does that mean? I'm going to have a chat with Dr. Nigel Clark after the break.